Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellie. So the last couple of days I've been watching a lot of bookshelf reorganization, bookshelf tours, and I thought I would do one of my own. I moved here a year ago this week actually, and when I first kind of put my home library together, I filmed that, and then I think 6 months ago I did a reorganization video, but it's changed once again. I'm still not completely done with it, but I don't think I ever will be. But I thought it might be fun to just show you a little tour of my home library, and I hope you enjoy it. This is a general overview of the room, and I will go through each section individually. So I'm going to start off with the bookcase, which is behind the door here. This is the most recent addition to the room. I have actually had this bookcase for a few years, but I've only recently actually brought it here. So eventually this I think is going to be for my special editions, but at the minute it's kind of a special edition slash fantasy kind of shelf. So at the top here I have the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, hardback special editions. If I turn, hopefully you can kind of see the sprayed edges on there. I actually picked them up in Costco at the weekend. Then this shelf down, there's a little bit of space there. I haven't, completely finished organising it, but I have the Twin Crowns series, and I never know how to display covers because these are super pretty, but they also have the sprayed edges, so I don't know whether to have them facing that way with the pretty edges out or have the covers on display. But yeah, I have that series there, and then I have this hardback of Dracula, which I have yet to read, and like I said, there's some space here, so I might rejiggle that a little bit. Then on this shelf I just have some hardbacks. I've recently signed up to Fairy Loot and I've received 2 books so far. The first one I got was The Wren in the Holly Library. I've kept the dust jacket on this one. And then the second book I got, which I'm currently reading at the minute, is Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. I think I will probably have the dust jacket on it when I finished it on display, but for the minute the dust jacket's off because I just prefer to read it without it on there. But that's a really pretty edition. Then I have Serpent and the Wings of Night and When the Moon Hatched. I haven't yet read that one, but I just thought it'd be nice to have these covers on display. And then coming down a shelf again, there's a bit of room, but I absolutely love the covers of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. So I really wanted these on display. I want to eventually get the hardback of Once Upon a Broken Heart so that I have all hardbacks, but for the minute I've just got the paperback. And then I'm not sure what this series is. I'm missing the first book. I think it's A Deal with the Elf King, but I have those there. And then I have Powerless, Powerful and Reckless, 2 of which are the sprayed edge editions. I haven't yet read Powerful or Reckless, but I think I'm going to reread Powerless and then binge them all together. Then moving down a shelf, I have fantasy, some hardbacks and some Sarah J Maas books. I haven't yet read Iron Flame either. A lot of these fantasy books, they go out of my mind so quick. So before I continue the series, I want to reread them. So I want to reread Fourth Wing. So I've kind of been putting it off. And then the bottom shelf, again, I just kind of have some more fantasy books, fantasy series. I try and keep series and authors together where possible. So that is the first shelf. Then moving along, I have a bit of a display on the wall here. I feel like eventually this setup is going to move to the other wall and I'll probably put another tall bookcase in here, but for now I'm liking the way this is. So I just have a few wall decor bits. So I have this girl wearing reading sign which my best friend actually gave to me. This My Happy Place sign I got in B&M. Sorry if this gets really choppy, I have to keep stopping. I live on a new build estate, and although as I said I've been in a year, they are still building and there's a lot of noisy trucks today which keep interrupting. But yes, the Undesirable #1 print we got at the Warner Brothers studio tour. And then I just have a few things just hung up like random bits. The Slytherin flag was also from the Harry Potter studio tour, but I also just have some prints. This one more chapter flag thing my mum got for me on Etsy. This was a card I found that it looked really cute, so I just like cut the back off, which you can probably tell because that wasn't the best. But yeah, I've also got a Head Girl Slytherin pin, which I got Universal Orlando, and yeah, I just really like the little setup. And then underneath I have my reading chair, so there's just like some random stuffed animals on here. I have Pascal, which was from Disneyland Paris, and then everything like is sentimental to me. Like my brother bought me that for my 21st birthday, and then this Jellycat I actually got on a school trip when I was like 10 years old. So there's just some random cuddly toys there. And then my reading chair, so I got this actually on Facebook Marketplace. I paid £20 for it. And then I have two cushions. The Hogwarts one is actually Harry's acceptance letter, but I got that in Primark like probably 10 years ago now. And then the E cushion, I think that came from Marks and Spencer's. But yeah, I just absolutely love this little setup. It's always been my goal to have a reading chair and a room full of books. So then moving on to the next two shelves. So at the very top here I have my Harry Potter books, and then I have a chocolate frog which I got from a shop in Brighton, and inside there's like a rubber frog, and I always buy the chocolate frogs when I go to like the Harry Potter studios, but the package is made of paper, but that one's actually made of plastic, so it's a great display piece. And then I have a Piggy Puff and the Triwizard Cup, which I got at Universal Orlando, and then I have Luna's Spectra Specs, which I got in Orlando at like a gift shop on iDrive. But these are like my original covers of the Harry Potter books. I have another set which I'll show you later, but these, as you can see, have been well loved and read many a time, so I'm kind of just leaving them for display now, and I'm going to reread the other books that I have because these are like falling apart and they're just really sentimental to me, and I really don't want them to fall apart anymore, so they are just kind of staying up there for display now. And then moving down, these shelves are romance / young adult, although this top shelf is kind of a mix of genres. So there is some romance, there's some fantasy, there's some non-fiction. I have my Vampire Diaries and the Originals books. I really want to continue collecting this series, but I can only ever find in charity shops like the same ones. I can never find anything past book 8. But then I have these little signs, Mystic Grill, and then this is a Mystic Falls one. I got both of those off Etsy. And then also from Etsy I got the jar with vervain in, and then my friend got me this Elijah candle for my birthday a few years ago, and I think that was from Etsy as well. The next shelf down is again a bit random. So the decor, I have this little bunny. This was from Next. He's really cute. He's holding books. I think he was like £7, but I couldn't leave him behind. Then I've just got this little Sylvanian family thing, which I don't know. And then dotted around my bookcases I have these candles. My friend actually got me the pack of these for my birthday. I think it might have been last year, and I think they look really cute. But on to the books. So again, like young adult romance, and then I've tried to keep authors together, but then also try and keep like tropes and stuff together. So I have Liz Tom Ford's books here, which I need to get the 4th one. So these ones here are like racing romances. I think they're all F1. This one's Cross the Line, but I just have the sprayed edges on display. So that's like the F1. Then I have a random sports one. I think Stealing Home might be baseball. Then this one is Pen Pal by J.T. Geisinger. I picked this up when I was in the US last month because I loved the sprayed edges, so I definitely have that side on display. Then I have some romance, non-fiction, and then just like some fantasy. So again, this is kind of a random shelf. Before I rearranged it, I did have all my Elle Kennedy books on one shelf, but I organised it to have like a different shelf, which I'll show you later. So yeah, there's just kind of like a bit random here. And then moving down, again, I just have some more of those butterfly candles. So this is kind of like Again, another mix of young adults, some darker romances, and just kind of like darker book covers. I did at one point have my shelves organized by color, and this shelf kind of stayed the same when I rearranged everything. So I've kept together Angie Thomas's books, and then I did have the whole of this series, but as I was reading them I didn't actually love all of the books, so I only kept hold of 2 of them. Then I have some novellas, and then again like some YA with some darker romances. Moving down a shelf, this I think is mostly young adult again, so I've kept Rainbow Rose books together. This is all young adult. Again, I have some sprayed edges poking out, but this is young adult as well. And then I really do still need to read the Caraval series. I've been putting it off for so long because I'm really worried that it's not going to live up to the hype, but I'm also really excited for it. And then I just have like some young adults there that are, they're not like thrillers. I don't really know what genre they would be, so if you know what genre they are, let me know. But they're like mystery, murder kind of thing. And then moving on to the very bottom again is like a random mix match of young adult. There's some fantasy, some retelling, some series, and yeah, this is just kind of like the books that I didn't really know what to do with and wanted to keep. They're just kind of on the bottom shelf there. Then if we move along to the next shelf along, I have some more Harry Potter stuff. So I have the Mina Lima first 2 books and then the illustrated ones. Then I have this like cup and saucer set that's from the 3rd movie, which has the Grimm in it, which I really want to take out the box, but I'm so scared it's going to fall and break, so it's still there. And then I have the Hogwarts Express clock, which again I got for my birthday a couple of years ago. And then I have some flowers. These actually have lights in them, but I've never actually turned them on. I want to get some more of these to put like around the other shelves so they all match. But this is where I've tried to organise genres, tropes together. So I have some of my Anna Huang books at the top here, and then I have a paperweight which was my grandma's. Then I have like my cowboy romances together, and then I found this little like cactus ornament in Primark. I think it was like £1, £1.50. So I thought it would be cute with the cowboy romances. And then I know Wild Love isn't a cowboy romance, but I wanted to have like all of Elsie Silver's books together. So that's like the cowboy shelf. Then moving down, this is my hockey shelf. Didn't realise I had quite as many hockey books, but I have this Snowflake Jellycat, which I got for Christmas last year, but I thought it kind of fitted with the theme of hockey because, you know, it's cold. Then I just have a Bath & Body Works candle, again with a snowflake on, and then this random crochet bee. But this was my Elle Kennedy shelf, but like I said, I've moved some over to make this all one trope shelf. So I do really need to get through this shelf. I've read Consider Me, and then I've read The Deal, and that's it. I was gonna binge like this entire series back to back, but I've just not got round to it yet. So yeah, I have a hockey shelf. The quality of this is looking really grainy, and I don't know why. Usually my camera's pretty decent, so I apologize if by the time this is uploaded it is really grainy. But moving down, I have romance books again. So decor, I have this little like crochet flower in a pot and this little bunny. They were both from like this independent craft place that I went into. It was like little small shops had all got these stores and sold their stuff, so they're like handmade, I believe. So romances, I have Lucy Score, some more Anna Huang books, and I've just tried to kind of keep series together here. So I have Lauren Asher's books, and then the summer series, which I absolutely love. I need to get the newest one that has come out, but yeah, this is kind of romance series. And then as we move down, these are kind of romance standalones. There are still a few series put together, but I've tried to keep them together by author, even if they are standalones, like all of the Sarah Adams books there. Yeah, romance. And then the bottom shelf, again, I have This quality is so shocking. I do apologise. I'm going to see if I can sort this out. So the bottom shelf, I have the After series. I've never read the actual books. I read them on Wattpad, but after the movie came out, so the names had all been changed. But I wanted the books physically to see if they were any different from the Wattpad ones. And then again, there's just some more romances down the bottom there. So then we have my desk. In my windowsill, I do actually have some things, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. But I have some more like Harry Potter things. So I have Quidditch set and some coins from Gringotts. And then I also got the Amortentia Love Potion. So yeah, there's some more random bits in the window there. But here is my desk. So to start off, I have this little bookcase thing. This was from the same like independent place that I got those at. The bunny didn't come with it. I think I got this at a garden centre. It was like with the Christmas decorations last year, but like she fits perfectly on there with her books. So she sits there. Then I have these paper flowers, which my mum made me for my birthday last year in this little vase. Then there's just like some little knickknacks, a photo of me and my best friend from a long time ago. And then I have my journals and notebooks. This is all kind of a mess, but stationery, and another picture of me and my friend, another paperweight that was my grandma's. I got some Lego flowers. Then I got this was actually a card that I thought was really cute, so I just put it in a frame. And then I have the Fairy Loot cards because I don't really know what to do with them, but I don't want to throw them away. Then underneath, just my pencil case, some sticky tabs and some Disney pins because I need to find some way to display them. And then it's a bit of a mess under the desk, but this is all like my stickers and things for journaling. Then moving up here is again kind of random. It's all the stuff that I don't know what to do with in my house that are just in here. So I have all of my Disney ears and one of my Loungeflies. Then this is actually like another cupboard through here, but we just kind of use it as a storage cupboard. So I have a chair in front of it just in case I have friends over and we chill in here sometimes. And then I have my anti-anxiety list, which I made a few months ago, and it was a way for me to try and take things off to get myself out of the house and not just sat here all the time doing nothing. I haven't taken anything off for a while, so I really need to get back to that, but that was kind of my motivation thing. Then slowly moving around, I have this Quibbler poster. I got this at the Warner Brothers studio tour. And then my book cart is a bit of a mess. But basically everything on here is actually books that I have up for sale on my Vinted, minus these Harry Potter books. They're definitely not for sale, but yeah, I've just kind of got all the books that I'm no longer keeping on here. And I have some Fairy Loot boxes as well, just in case I sell any of these to package them up in. Then this was originally, I think last time I showed it, this might have had my romance books on, but I've changed it around again. So I just have this painting that my friend did of us. This is the golden egg from the Triwizard Tournament in Harry Potter. I got that at Universal Orlando. And then this is another one of those cards that I thought was cute, so I put into a frame. Then we have my bookmarks. So I did have my bookmarks in this up house and this as well, but when I was away, my mum came in, and when I came home, they were all transferred over, but the balloons fell off my up house, so I've still got it for display. And then yeah, this glass is Mystic Grill. I got this on Etsy, and I just have like all of my tabs and bookmarks in it. Then moving down, I've decided to put my Loungeflies in here. I did have them hanging up on the walls, but they just kept falling down. So I have a Baymax Loungefly, which is really dirty. Like, it's my favourite Loungefly. If you press it, he actually talks. Let's see if I can do this.
I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
But using him around the parks, he's just got really, really filthy because he's obviously a white bag. So any tips on how to keep your Loungeflies or just white bags clean would be very much appreciated. And then I have another Loungefly, which is this up one. I absolutely love the back of this one where it says adventure is out there. And then the bottom shelf is just sketchbooks, more notepads and things. So then we move on to the final bookcase. So on the sides of it, I have medals. So I took part during 2022, I think it was, I did a load of like online walking challenges, and I tried to do like the Disney themed ones. So I've got a Beauty and the Beast one, and then there was do a 5k with your best friend, and there were these like heart ones, so she has the other half and we completed that one together. And then I did the Race for Life in 2022 with my mum, so I got a medal from that. And then I did a 66-kilometer one for a Route 66 medal. And over this side, this was just an Easter one. And I can't remember how far this one was, but I just loved the medal for it. Then I have an Up House one. And then this year in May, I did a walking challenge for Mental Health UK, so I got a medal for that as well. So again, they're kind of quite heavy, so I didn't really know how to display them. So at the minute, they're just kind of tied around the poles of this bookcase, but I do want to get somewhere that I can properly like hang them up here and have them on display, so they're not just on the bookcase. So the top shelf up here, I have hardbacks. I think I might try and put these Heartstopper ones over here with the covers facing out, but the issue I've got with this one is this was kept at my other half's family's for a bit, and they were using it, and I think what they've done is where the little dowel things go in, they've actually super glued them in, because I cannot move these shelves about. So they have like these huge awkward gaps, and then I've got like small shelves, which is kind of frustrating. So I can't really organise this how I wanted, and I feel like there might actually be a shelf missing. So that's why it's like that. But yeah, I would really love to have these Heartstopper ones fully on display, because these editions are just gorgeous. Like, look at those. Then moving down, I have my Zodiac Academy shelf. So I have 2 candles. These were from Etsy of my 2 favourite characters from the Zodiac Academy series. So I have most of the Zodiac Academy series. I need the Live and Let Lionel and book 9, which I'm gonna have to reorganize the shelves when I get those, but I haven't yet read book 9. I've been putting it off because I'm just worried. It's been my favorite series for a while, and I'm just scared of it ending. So yeah, this shelf will be reorganized when I get that. And then I have the first 4 in the Ruthless Boys series that are 5 books. So again, these will probably need to be spread out over here, but this is the sturdiest shelf I have, and these books are really heavy, so they have to stay on this one. Then there's this like Zodiac Academy shelf thing, which my friend gave me, and then there's a picture of me and my friend at Yauk from last year. Then moving down, I have my manga shelf. This is a new shelf, a new thing that I've been getting into thanks to my friend. So this is like a little light thing that I got in Flying Tiger, but yeah, my mangas have mostly been recommended by my friend. So she loves Black Butler, so she gave me a couple of those to get the collection started. And then I found these on Vinted, like a Big Hero 6 and Tangled ones, which are my favourite Disney movies. And then the others are just kind of ones that I'd seen in charity shops and things that look good. We actually read Rose and Blood, me and my friend, this week. We buddy read it together and I loved it, so I really need to collect the rest of that series. But yeah, that's the mangas I have so far. And then the final books in my collection, these are kind of young adult fantasies that really got me into reading. So especially this Evermore series, I was obsessed with that. And then I'm not sure what, the House of Night series. So this is a series I used to get the books out from the library, and I never read them in order because I would just take out whichever book they had in. So I'm trying to collect the entire series so that now as an adult I can go back and actually read them in order. I'm not too sure how many books there are in the whole series. I might be close to finishing, I might still have tons, but yeah, they're just kind of sat there waiting to be completed so I can binge the whole series. I'm probably not going to love them as much as I did when I was younger, but I'm excited to get them. And then there's just a few more kind of like random fantasies on the end there. So that is the tour of my home library. I'm very grateful that my fiance said that I could use this room for all of my books. We were originally going to split this room down the middle, and it was going to be half for him to have all of his gaming stuff and the other half for me to have my books, but he ended up letting me have the whole room. It's like a dream. I always dreamed of having my own room like this, and I just spend pretty much all of my time in here, whether it's reading or rearranging my books, or sometimes I just sit in here and watch booktube videos. Like, it's definitely my happy place in here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I have not been posting as frequently as I was, but I've been on holiday. Life's just been a bit crazy since I got back, and I'm just trying to get back into a routine of having videos up. So if you have any ideas or requests, then please let me know. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you next week.